All right, 3 Point Podcast, Detroit Lions opening game. Just an absolutely dismal showing against the Chicago Bears. I kind of saw this coming. You guys clearly did not. But before I get your thoughts from the guys who were drinking the Honolulu Blue Kool-Aid, let me just read this real quick. So this is obviously brought to us by Sheridan Auction Service, Nelson House Funeral Home, Rivals Tab House and Grill, the Corunna Connection, Advanced Elevator Company, and Hankerd Sportswear are bringing you this video. But, okay, you guys love the Honolulu Blue. You guys were so in on this Lions. You guys even went to the casino, the Sportsbook, and put $20 on the over 6.5 wins. I said that was a dumb bet right as you did it. I guess let's clear the air. First off, I want to talk about this, though. Ted, you went to the Sportsbook and went there about, 2-hour drive, round trip, 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
1 hour there, 1 hour back.
You left from Lansing, went all the way.
You're exaggerating.
You went all the way there. You placed a $20 bet on the Lions to hit the over. Was that even worth the amount of gas that you probably had to pay in order to even get there? Like, what were you doing? Like, you make a lot more money than I do. I have literally zero income as of now. And a $20 bet wouldn't even get my blood going. So what in the world got you out of bed in the morning and said, you know what, I'm going to drive all the way to Battle Creek and I'm going to place a $20 bet, which basically is nothing to you. I know roughly how much you make a year. I know that's nothing to you. So what in the world is even the purpose of that?
Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad I get a chance to at least explain where I was coming from. Okay, that was one bet out of 3 that I made. I certainly won't tell you what my other 2 bets were. But let's just say if it all hits, I'll probably make $1,300. So that $20 bet was just a fun bet. But let's set the record straight, okay? I was planning on going down to check out the Sportsbook. But, Matt, you'll appreciate this. I was going to take my young nephew, do a little bonding. He said, sure, I'm 100% in. And about 2 hours before I was heading out, I'm out. I can't go. I'm out of money. I can't go. So then, that's fine. That's fine. I almost didn't go. But then I decided, well, hell, my mind's already set. I'm going down there. I'm going to check it out, right?
Yeah.
But then, my young nephew that I was going to take under my wing and hang out with, and I sent you a photo of my first betting slip, Matt, right? And did you not ask me if it was okay to put on social media? I didn't put it on social media.
Yep.
You asked me. I said, sure, that's okay. I don't care. There's no personal information. And the first individual that gives me gas is my young nephew that I was going to take down with me. How would you feel about that?
I'm surprised. I mean, I've gotten to know you guys pretty well. I feel like, Jared, you could have went, and I bet Uncle Ted would have at least bought you lunch.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wouldn't have spotted you money to make bets. You know, maybe that's not, no. But, like, you could have went, checked out the Sportsbook, and I bet Uncle Ted would have bought you a burger and a beer or something like that. So,
no question.
So, yeah, you ditching them, you know, that's a little bit of a low blow. But I have to set the record straight real quick. I put $40 on the over. My winning would be $20. So I wanted to put, like I said, on our last chat about the Lions, I did predict 11 wins, not looking so great right now. I wanted to put my money where my mouth was. Like, you know, Jared, you don't seem to do that very often. So I wanted to put but I didn't want to put too much money on the over because we obviously saw, you know, it is the Lions.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I put my money where my mouth is. I'm a smart bettor. I don't take dumb bets. I don't do stuff like what Ted did, which is it was more about the photo and the story of going to the Sportsbook than it was about actually making smart bets, which is he threw away money. He doesn't want to tell you what his other bets was. You want to know what it was? It was Lions. 1 out of 66, 1 to 66 odds, or 66 to 1 odds to win the Super Bowl.
I can't confirm nor deny, but I will say this. You had the opportunity. You got on my ass, and Matt, he ponied up $40, and all I heard from you was crickets, crickets, crickets. And you talk about the picture being put out. One of your conditions about going down to the casino, when you said I'm 100% in, you said, well, you got to take at least a couple videos of me. Did you not? Did you not?
Okay, but here's what I'm also going to say about you act like this was some father-son trip that we had planned for years. You asked me on a whim on like the night before if I wanted to go or not. It wasn't like that's something we had planned for months and months. No, it was spur of the moment. You asked me if I wanted to go. I said I didn't have any money.
You said you're 100% in. 100% in. 2 hours 2 hours before I'm leaving, you bailed. Those are the facts.
Then I realized you were getting out of work at 2. I don't even understand your work schedule anymore. You don't even work, I don't think. I thought we were going like like right before the line, like the Thursday night football game. But anyway, all right. Back to the actual action. You guys got a lot of explaining to do on what you saw from this Lions team that you guys thought was a winning program, because it's clear that they are always going to lose and they're always going to suck.
You know what stung with this one is, I mean, we've seen how many fourth quarter meltdowns by the Lions, just absolutely blowing the lead. What made this one feel different to me, that I don't know about you guys, is a lot of times when they blow leads in the fourth quarter, it does seem like the refs have a little bit to do with it. Maybe they don't call a pass interference, or there's some weird rule like the completing your catch rule, that whole Kelvin Johnson thing. The Lions just completely blew this on their own in the fourth quarter. I mean, they just stopped playing defense. Even Stafford, like, they couldn't get any drives going. They couldn't just extend the lead. Matt Prater, even, he's basically automatic, missed the field goal. The Lions just completely laid an egg. And then the rookie that Ted was definitely excited about, I think everyone was excited about, just, you can't put it all on him. They shouldn't have been in that position, but just completely dropped the easiest catch he'll ever have in his career to win the game for a touchdown. So that was the one thing to me. Like, a lot of times when they blow these games, it's like, those refs, man, they screwed us over. Nah, the Lions, they blew it.
I got to tell you, when I saw Jared's tweet about my bet, and he basically called me an idiot, I have to admit, I was a little bit perturbed. I have to admit that. But, as I sit here the day after the Lions game, I am a freaking idiot. What is wrong with me? I mean, I thought this team would do it. As far as I'm concerned right now, if you don't win that game, they're going to be 0-4. And,
yeah,
they're going to make another change for next year. As far as I'm concerned, they might as well get rid of Patricia's ass right now. Clean house. Get him out of there, and Quinn, because this falls on him as far as I'm concerned. Stafford's getting a lot of grief, and, Swift also, and you're absolutely right. How could you have an easier touchdown catch in your life for a game winner? If you would have had a video on me on that sequence, on that play, where I just leapt up out of my seat. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yep.
You can picture it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I did the same thing. My wife and daughter were sitting right there, and I scared my daughter. You like jumped in, oh, what's wrong, Daddy? And I was like, he just dropped the ball. Are you kidding me? So I just, we throw out the stat on our Twitter site. Matt Patricia has coached 33 games now with the Lions. In 11 of the games, they've blown a fourth quarter lead. A third of the games that he's coaching, they're blowing fourth quarter leads. I mean, I know it doesn't all fall on him, but I mean, you don't see Bill Belichick, you don't see Bruce Arians, you don't see, Andy Reid doing this stuff. Like, I don't know.
Here's what I will say. In the 3 Point Podcast's infancy, I remember one of the very first arguments we had was Jim Caldwell. Whether he should get fired or not, I remember I was basically alone in saying that we should keep Jim Caldwell, because a 9-7 season is a good season for Lions. For this franchise that has just been absolutely horrible for all of eternity. That's a good season. Fun fact, Matt Patricia has 9 wins. Jim Caldwell's last season, 9-7. So you guys, you got to sleep in the bed that you made. I will also say this. It's time to get Matt Stafford. I said this in our instant reaction, but it's time to get him the heck out of Detroit. I mean, what are we doing? A classic Stafford moment just ruined by DeAndre Swift. I know that he's a rookie. I know that we can't be too hard on him, but I mean, come on. Ted could have made that catch.
Absolutely.
Not only could he have made that catch in 1970 when he was a star cornerback or whatever the heck he played, but he could make that catch now. He could have made that catch now.
Without a doubt.
And it's just time to get Stafford out, though. I mean, why are we wasting this guy's career? We might as well just tank for a new quarterback or something, reset this entire offense, this entire roster, get Patricia out. We should have done that last year, and just kind of start anew. It's time to not waste Stafford. It's time to give him another chance somewhere else. I don't know whether that's like with the New Orleans Saints as soon as Drew Brees retires or where it is, but it's time to get him out.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I mean, everyone knows who listens or friends or whatever. I'm a huge Matt Stafford might be outside of Barry Sanders. He might be my favorite football player ever. And you feel bad. Like there's two sides of it. You feel bad for him because of everything you're saying. You want to give him a chance to win. Go to Pittsburgh if Roethlisberger retires. Cam Newton's only on a 1-year deal in New England. Go to New England maybe after a year. Do something like that. Go to an actual winning franchise. But the other side of it is too, like the actual Lions football side. If they really do can Patricia and Quinn, and this is just going to be a complete rebuild, new GM, new coach, new offensive coordinator. It's like, do you want to do this all again with Stafford and like put him through this? He's basically had a new coach and offensive coordinator every year of his career. So it's like, if you're going to just completely blow it up, Patricia gone, Quinn gone, offensive coordinator gone, it's like, you got to do it all. You got to just get rid of Stafford. I mean, there's a lot of teams who would probably give up a lot of draft picks for Stafford right now. You could get a rebuild going, and it sucks because what would happen if he went to a legit franchise like the Steelers or, something like that. He'd probably win a Super Bowl. So, but it is time. I think it might be time. If they don't put it together this year, it might be time.
I agree with you. And I mean, in hindsight, and how I stood with the whole drafting of the Alabama quarterback Tua. I mean, they had their chance. I mean, they draft, the cornerback from Ohio State, Okudah, and then he doesn't even play in the first game. He's hurt. How do you get hurt without even preseason games? How's that happen? And Galladay doesn't play. And from what I understand, Patricia's master plan for Okudah is to play maybe every third series. When you spend the number 3 draft pick, he starts from day one, doesn't he?
Yep.
You gotta.
It's not like their corners are Champ Bailey and Deion Sanders. It's like you draft a kid top 10 be a corner and you get rid of Darius Slay. He's got to be starting.
Right.
Here's the funny thing about our drafts. They're not very good, if you haven't noticed. Adrian Peterson, who we signed to the team 4 days ago, is already starting ahead of 2 second-round draft pick running backs.
Yep.
And I got to say it, I was wrong about Adrian Peterson. That guy can still ball.
He can.
What a damn game. He was the lone. I know that people were jerking off like TJ Hawkinson, like the announcer was, Jonathan Vilma, but it's like, I mean, he had 5 catches. Yeah. And it wasn't like he was making some spectacular plays. He was wide open on all of them. The lone bright spot of the Lions team was Adrian Old Balls Peterson. He impressed me. I don't know. He impressed me. I was wrong, dead wrong on him.
No, he looked good. And yes, they did finally get Hawkinson involved. And I'm just sitting here, as like you said, everyone's jerking him off, getting all excited and stuff. And I'm just sitting here saying, he's a top 10 draft pick. He better be getting 5 catches a game. Like, I mean, injuries aside, you don't want a guy to be injured, but it's like, if you draft this guy, he should be getting 12 targets a game. He should be getting 7, 8 catches a game. So it's just disappointing because they miss on so many draft picks, like you're talking about. Like, Tease Tabor was supposed to be a cornerback. He's not even in the league anymore. And they drafted that linebacker, Tavai or whatever, and he just looks like a mediocre linebacker. So it's just, I don't know if that falls on Quinn. I don't know if it's Patricia developing guys or it's the Lions.
Well, it's Quinn's job, right? I mean, he consults with the head coach, but the GM makes the draft picks. And you're right, Jared, completely have botched it. The house has to be cleaned. And I think I'm going to, I'm an old dog, but I think I'm going to start watching the Lions your style. I cannot take a depressing Sunday anymore like I had yesterday. It actually physically depressed me. I'm going to laugh at that team. I'm going to laugh every time they lose. I'm going to say, nice play, you asshole. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's the only way you can watch them. If you think about it, that's one thing we have to be thankful for is the way the Lions lose is always in hilarious fashion. It
Classic.
Really Calvin Johnson catches it. Oh, it's not a catch. Aaron gets a face mask. Then they replay the down. He launches it like 70-yard Hail Mary, and we lose that way. Like, it's kind of funny how we lose.
Yeah.
Hilarious that I just wasted 4 hours and like my family, we went on a bike ride right after the game to try and like just get out of the house. And the whole bike ride, my wife's trying to like talk to me. I'm just like, fuming. I'm just sitting. I'm probably giving her the shortest answers. I probably ignored her like 10. I'm just sitting here like, how the hell do I do this to myself every year? Even that whole fourth quarter, I just kept thinking they're gonna pull this out somehow. They're just gonna like eke it out. And then when Stafford drives them down, I'm like, he's gonna throw a dart and for a touchdown. He did, and it just wasn't caught. And the other side of it is too, like I've heard people talk about, like, okay, so say Swift catches that, Lions win. Obviously, the narrative is completely different. Captain comeback, Matthew Stafford, Lions pull one out. Look how tough they are. They're tough as nails. They're gritty. And really, we'd really be in the same spot we are. They're still not a very good football team.
I don't know. I mean, you think about it. If we win that game, we're 1-0. All we have to do is beat somehow, some way, find a way to beat Green Bay next week, and then we're in the driver's seat, really, for the NFC North. And it's just that's what makes me a little bit worried about DeAndre Swift is the fact that was a season-ending drop. And it's like kind of sad to say it, but it really is.
Think about it. Game 1, and you're exactly right.
Yep. Especially with like you guys have already talked about. They're going to the Packers. They get the Cardinals in week 3, who just torched the 49ers. And then they get the Saints and Drew Brees week 4. And Jerry, I think you might be getting a call to go play cornerback for the Lions because I don't know who's playing corner for the Lions anymore. And then they get Rodgers, Kyler Murray, and Drew Brees. Good luck.
Good thing we got Okuda every third series.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice
All
draft
right,
pick.
we got any closing thoughts on the Lions before we wrap up this quick video?
My closing thought.
Yep.
The over-under was only 6.5. I'm not completely wavering. My Kool-Aid, look it. There's a little left.
Very low.
There's a little left there.
I'm holding out a little hope on that so I can get my gas money, but that's about it.
Yeah. Don't worry, it'll be dashed this Sunday when Aaron Rodgers who seems to be on like a revenge tour of sorts, just absolutely lights up the Lions. When Mitch Trubisky is lighting you up, you know you have issues.
Yeah.
Basically revitalized Mitch Trubisky's career. So I guess that's another silver linings that we have. At least a good day for him. But all right, today's quick video is brought to you by Sheridan Auction Service, Nelson Funeral Homes, Rivals Tap House and Grill, the Corunna Connection, Advanced Elevator Company, and Hankerd Sportswear. Good luck to the Lions next Sunday. We know they're going to need it.